It's your boy elvisduah. Just fixing the camera. Just give me a sec. Today's Monday morning, right? January 10th. Heading into the afternoon. How to be creative on social media. You know, what are the process that you're going to take in order to better your content or have more content being created on a daily basis. Now, on social media, you have to understand one of the important things to be creative is to be yourself. First, you start off by understanding what you like, what you don't like, you know, what you want to teach people, right? Do you want to teach people? Do you want to entertain people? These are some of these things that you have to come up with in order for your creativity to continuously move forward. I mean, everybody on social media hits uh, a creative spell, a blocking spell where they lack in creativity. It's harder for them to make new content. Most of their content that they're creating is similar. And what happens is when this happens, they're at a standstill. And every single day, social media needs more content, new, relevant, you know, content that's going to help build your profile, right? So some of the ideas is I take a pen and a pencil, you know, paper. I would write down some of my thoughts, process. For example, 10 simple ways on how to live, right? And that's just a simple thing. But if you jot them down, you're able to understand it and then you can explain it. That's, one way of finding more content. Also, looking at other profiles on the social media platform, right? Checking out other people's content and what they did and how they went about it. Because a lot of times you get a lot of ideas from, your surroundings, right? From the environment that you're in. I mean, what great place to look than on the platform that you want to create your content on. Most of the platforms to be able to put content on there, it's free, right? Now, promotion is something that you have to, spend a little money in, but you don't have to always have the most amount of money. Your content has to be unique and entertaining in many ways, either educational, entertaining, or unique where it can build ideas for others. Because nowadays, the younger people, the younger youth, have more likely invaded the social media platforms because they tend to be more creative. But that does not mean others can't be as creative or even more creative if they put their mind to it, right? Number two, dedication of creativity is time. You have to put in the time and you have to sort of, try and put out everything that you're thinking of on paper, on your laptop, on your iPad, on your desktop, on your digital device. Put those ideas there. Sometimes those ideas come off as it's not a good idea, right? But a lot of times for a lot of creators, when they create, right, not everything that they have thought of, not everything that they have expressed is what they actually put on the final work. So put it out and then sort out which one is good for now and which one is not so good for now. When you do this, this allows your creative process to be easier, to become better, And that will help you when you hit a creative spell, a creator block, that you can go back to and revise, right? Taking notes, right? Having confidence. That is one very important, you know, statement. Having confidence for your creativity. A lot of people are shy. They're very creative. They have the ideas, they have the knowledge, they have the understanding, but the confidence holds them back, meaning that they're worried about what others think. They're worried about what others are going to say, right? You don't need to. You have to understand the best of the best have critics. So if they have millions of followers and they have critics of negativity, right? Mostly positive, but of course they have negative side because we all know humans are not perfect. What we do that is good for some people might be bad for others because that's how reality, that's how life is. So in the creative world, confidence is a key component to your success. Having confidence in what you're doing, understanding that if you don't see results, because people shy away from results, right? They don't see results. They've been doing it for maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months. They see just one or two little improvements, and so it discourages them from even, putting out more. But a secret for social media is push your content out. Whatever creativity that you have, as long as it fits the guidelines of the platforms, you should look to put it out. Because here's some of the good things that happen when you put out content after content after content. What happens is others are going to watch your video, they're going to comment, they're going to tell you things, right? And you can go back to your drawing board and get better at creating better content. You gain ideas because it's about learning. And if you don't have critics, if you don't have people to sort of critique what you're doing, your creativity, then you must understand that you're not doing well if people don't criticize what you're doing, right? But understand that not all critics tell you the truth. Some will if they really care for you and they want you to actually improve and do well, and some won't. So you have to know critics, which critics is important. You have to know which one you will take and which one you won't take, right? So one of them is that, right? Sometimes you hit a creator spell. Hey, exercise, right? Get your body healthy because you being healthy helps you to become even more creative. You being, under less stress, right, will help you to become better at creativity. And remember, creation comes from, relaxing, chilling, absorbing things, watching others, getting ideas, and then putting it together to make your own. Because let's face it, all the creations out there have been created. There's nothing really new that you create, but there is a uniqueness within each individual that allows them to be uniquely different. And that's what you have to focus on. Because, no matter what, there's always going to be new content. There's going to be millions every day. What are you doing? How are you coming up with your creativity? What are the kind of steps you take to become creative, to keep putting out content? Because content on platforms helps you to, increase your status, helps you to get paid, right? especially when your channel's monetized and you're like, well, I have to come up with new content every day. How am I going to do that? I'm not so sure of myself. Well, if you have a thick shell, right? Because obviously you can't have a soft shell, a thick shell, and you have a strong will to progress, you know, to head in the right direction. The fact that you want to make a difference in society should be enough, because you see, should be enough for you to come up with different ideas, right? There's so much important things that are taking place in the world. One of them is creativity as an influencer for the platforms, because you don't know who's going to watch your videos. There's billions of people on this planet. Social media is connected to everywhere on this planet. So if you have the confidence to continuously create, don't give up. Just keep doing it every day. We know that good things take time. So good creativity takes a lot of time. Put it together. But just like Nike, just do it. Right? Don't be scared. Trust me. Because every important idea, every creation of society came from, jog of memory, experience, right? Thoughts on what they can do to improve the system. So many things like that happen. So if these kind of things is taking place, then you have to understand that put out the work. Once it's put out, you can then go back and create different ways to elevate the work that you're doing. Right? Be your own, be your hardest critic. Right? But know your self-worth so that you don't get depressed, or you don't shy away from fully emerging as a creative, individual. Because every invention is created. It didn't come from scratch, right? Came through a lot of process, right? Rough copy, sketch first, rough copy, real copy. Confidence will help you to be more creative. Don't be afraid of others and what others are saying. Be confident and do it to the best of your ability. Because if you can do that to the best of your ability, there is nothing that could stop you, right? Creative work comes from hard work. It's harder to be creative than anything else. Because remember, we as human beings dwell on our imagination to learn, to evolve, to do so many things, right? I mean, going for walks. You walking gives you thoughts, creative thoughts. Being healthy gives you better ideas, right? More concrete, more reasonable ideas on how to, right, push your type of content. And remember, your style is your style for a reason. You can listen and watch other videos, but make sure you have your style to the T. Because if you have your style and it's on how you are as a person, you will never have problems creating content. Right? Content is about being yourself, about being a human being, about doing things and experiencing things and sharing it with the public. Not with the public only, but the world. Well, world is the public. So it's about doing those things. You know, confidence is key, right? Ideas, brainstorming. Sometimes you can reach out to people, see what they're talking about, see how they go about their creativity, and you can share ideas and experiences to generate better content for your social media, right? So calling friends, you know, you also jot down notes, right? Being confident in whatever you push out, whether it's music, whether it's podcasts, whether it's writing books, all of these things are all creation for others to learn from. Remember, how important is your content? It's only as important as the value of it, meaning that when others watch you, right, what are they obtaining from that? Some people want to have, you know, want to watch content that's just always on the move, very active, very drama, very action, you know? And then there's others that talk to express their experience and ideas to help people, right? There's also, so many different types of creativity. But be confident in yours. Stand firm when others turn their back. Stand firm when there's too much negative critics. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you can always either stay motivated and push with the confidence that you have, or you give up and you go back before the start. Because if you don't have the confidence, if you don't lack the what's it called, if let's say you're shy easily, or you just go here, you go there, then things will never be consistent for you. So you have to be consistent. you know you have to say, when others say, oh, don't put this out, or don't say this, or don't do that, you have to say, no, my creative process can't be disturbed. I must unleash what I have, and as time goes, I will understand if it's good content or not by my training, by my format of display. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody learns different. Creation is with everybody. I mean, think of it. A lot of times, you know, creation helps bring new ways of life, right? Musicians have so much difficulty coming up with new style of music, right? But understand that if you have a heart to influence others, then it will show in your creativity. It will show in the artwork that you put out. It will show in the display, right? That you put out, the content of social media that you put out. It will show in your everyday life and how you are as an individual. All these things matter because it's the way of life. It's the only way that's going to keep people from what? Being depressed. Because let's face it, society, right, is trying to put things together, but things are not going according to plan, right? Things are upside down in society right now. So much protest, so much war, right? So much things that's happening in the whole world. So what are you going to do? You got to do your part by being creative, by sharing your ideas, your thoughts. Maybe some of your ideas will be good enough to influence real political change because it's too much what's happening in society today. So look into being creative, anything that you do, because I told you, your skills are given to you by God, but it's how valuable your skills of creativity becomes at the end of your time living on earth. See what I'm saying? So if you got super talent as your gift, and you were supposed to triple it by the time you come back, and you have taken that and put it under a rug. You digged it down and you left your creativity, and you just were just, keeping to yourself. You're not really trying to influence others, even though you have the greatest skills, and you just kept it to yourself. That is considered selfishness, because you can actually change people's entire life, entire generation, entire existence. You can actually do that just by your creativity, because creation has influence. It talks to you. See what I'm saying? Communication is not only with words, right? Emotions, feelings, thoughts, process. Like, there's so many ways of communication. But if your skill was that great, to be able to change or affect people like that, can you imagine Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson never did what he did. He he never took on dancing and singing and the band, and he didn't influence people, because why? He was scared and he hid his talent. You know? Do you think that anybody would be happy? Because you see, the amount of creativity that Michael Jackson had is why the pop culture or the music culture in the entire world have changed. You know, he has influence. Do you know how much people he has influenced for them to bring children into the world, to for them to be better parents, better children, right? To be able to analyze and see life differently. There is so many things that Michael Jackson did with his talent, and that his talent grew. As skilled as he was as a young individual with his family, his talent grew because he shared it with the world. How much people want to be Michael Jackson? What about Elvis Presley? Hmm? Imagine this. Elvis Presley, right, did not travel around the world. He just stayed in North America. Imagine that. North America, South America, the States and thing. He just did that. And look at the popularity, right? Tell me something. Go anywhere in the world and say Elvis, Elvis Presley. Say his name. See if people don't know him, right? Physically before, right? Maybe his picture obviously all over the net and stuff. But look at what he did. Hmm? And he was what, 50 years old when he died. So you tell me, if people, such individuals could come in that period of time and give that kind of influence for generations, because they have these festivals for Elvis all over the world. See what I'm saying? Same thing with Michael Jackson, right? All these impacts, there is generational change. Now, if all these individuals decided they weren't going to use their talent, right, to motivate, to evolve others, for others, because through their music, a lot of people found peace. They found the joy. They sort of put away their actual problems. Sometimes it could be poverty. Sometimes it could be, you know, heartaches. So many different things. They change. So do the same thing. Understand others. Watch others have ideas. Everybody can change people. Everybody can be influential. You see what I'm saying? You're a human being. You don't know how to be yourself. What is so great about you? Think of that. Focus on that. Because what is great about you is something that God specified, specifically given to you. So you can also become powerful through your abilities. but your abilities need to grow. So you have to be creative. Imagine this, okay? It's like this. You can talk, right? But when you talk, if you don't practice, right, by becoming a better speaker, by reading, you know, more books, by having more conversations, then how would you improve? Now, if you do those things, you would improve and you'll get better and better and better. But do you have the confidence to do that? Right? Are you that creative to do that? Are you willing to say, you know what? This is the best I can do right now. And so if this is the best I can do, I'm just going to do my best. I'm not really going to feel the peer pressure by others and how they push onto me, but I will keep inspiring or trying to inspire. See what I'm saying? I always say, if you're going to make content, make sure it either educates, it helps to entertain, meaning to make people laugh, they have fun, they forget about their life troubles, right? Or facts. Or you can mix them, because entertainment is all about that. Creativity is all about that, right? The world has drastically changed. We need more creativeness. I mean, the new era of life was by, inventors, of creators. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, right? Tom Cook, like, Kanye West, Jay-Z, right? Tupac, like, you know, Drake. Look at that. Why you guys like Drake so much? Because he's so creative, right? He's a creative individual that is always, indulging in different cultures just to make you better entertained. I'm telling you, like, yes, he's a great artist, Drake, you know, but he's a better movie star. When he becomes a movie star, he will become better in acting. See what I'm saying? Because he's very skilled and he's very smart and he calculated, right? He took his acting ability and his acting skills, right? And hard work, and he switched that into music. That's why now you see him in different, you know, he's not only rapping in English, he's rapping in different languages, right? Because that's the creativity. Before Drake was doing that, there wasn't too much people. There were one, two people dodge here and there, but Drake is where I seen him dedicated time after time doing this, hmm? Putting in the work of creativity, right? So that he can relate to everybody. Because if there is so many different cultures in the world, you can't just create for a specific group of individual. You can start off like that, but over time your skills should evolve to the point that, yo, when every culture sees you, they know who you are and they can directly relate to you due to the creation of art, you know, because it's possible now. It's possible to elevate your creation due to the technology, due to the advancement of knowledge, because it has become easier to find ways on being creative. There's so many people doing it. Think about it. Soldier Boy, remember? Social media used to be, what's it called? Used to be like, up and coming like maybe 10, 15 years ago, right? Social and Soldier Boy was an artist, didn't have the best type of music, but his brain worked agree very well because he was very smart and he is very creative. And what he did was he had a genius creation, right? Creativity, a genius way of marketing. So where he did start loading his video on, on YouTube, he started doing the work and he owned the rights, 100% rights to his music. So he made a lot of money just by the right creation. And so that's how, because of what he did, years back, is why Draco, right, Soldier Boy, is, a household name now. As much as all these other artists saying, oh, this about Soldier Boy, but when he started, he did so well that right now he's mixing everything. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people, other artists, that look to him in order to follow their footsteps. So his gift that he got, he didn't hide it. He grew it, right? He took it and he worked on it and it advanced, and now he's known to the world because of his influence in whatever way he wants to do it. So it's the same thing. You're not going to be on top of the world. And there is no work that is good, you see what I'm saying, without putting in the hard work, the effort, the time. See what I'm saying? Timing is everything. You got to dedicate yourself. You got to say, you know what, today I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my creative process. Perhaps I'm going to do some research on the net, right? After doing research on the net, perhaps I'm going to jot down notes and I'm going to take on these ideas. And then from taking on these ideas, I'm going to then push it out, elaborate on it, and express my opinion on it, right? So today I'm talking to you about creative ideas. There's a lot of creativity in the world, right? Don't be shy, put it out. You're not all the time going to have the best content, but there will be some that are going to become better and better, and you're going to improve because the mind works like that. You're automatically going to learn as you put in the time. Because let's face it, if you're going to go to class, if you are going to educate yourself, right, then you have to use it. What was the point of educating yourself, right? Going through the creative process, finding things to help evolve your creativity and not using it, right? That's not right. So you got to do the best thing for yourself, which is improve your skills. Improve your skills in whatever you're doing, right? Don't let others push you down. Don't let your critics, right, turn their back on you and say, well, you're not doing a good job, and who's going to listen to you? There's going to be people that are going to listen to you, right? Everybody is not going to agree with you, but for sure there's going to be people somewhere, somehow, that agrees with you. So, you know, do the right things. Don't shy away. Everybody can do this. Not everybody's good, but one thing for sure that could take place is this. You can start off not so good, but if you work at it, you will become better. And that's the important thing. Be sure, be confident in your work maximum. Because if you're not, right? And obviously take honest criticism because it's just there to help you improve. You know, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, how would you know what not to do, when not to do it? You wouldn't know, right? Same thing with arts. You know, making paintings, drawing pictures, you know, artistic, uh, abstract art, because that's what I do. I do abstract art. Me, I create based on my feelings, my emotions. I know how to release my emotions on canvas or in my music or in my podcast because I believe you as an individual is a natural being. In order for you to have confidence, in order for you not to be shy, you have to. You see what I'm saying? You have to remain confident. You have to remain consistent. You have to focus. Focus more. You see what I'm saying? So, in saying that, thank you guys for watching. I mean, like, comment, share, subscribe to all my content. You know, subscribe to my channel, share my content. I mean, if you have any questions, right, comment. Let me know what you guys think of this segment, this creative process segment. You know, let me know of the ideas that I gave you, right? Or if you have any other ideas that you can also share that will help me to improve, right? But focus and don't let anybody discourage you from what you love to do. You have to love the work. If you love doing that, right, it's going to be easier every single time when you're doing it because you love doing it. And I love talking and expressing myself on camera, right? I love creating different kinds of music from all genres. Why I like doing that? Because I believe that music can talk to people in a way where your words cannot, because it's directly hitting them emotionally. It can change them, it can inspire them, right? It can bring them joy of happiness. Imagine when somebody, what's it called? Somebody watching your content and receiving good advice, right? Life-changing advice. Things that's going to help them to become a better person. Know that they might not physically thank you, or you might not even know that they even looked, but I know that the in the life, whatever you do, if it's good or bad, will come back. Whether it was hidden when it was done or not, it will come back. So you helping somebody without even knowing because of what you put out, right? As long as you know it's the best thing you can do your best. Doing your best helps you. You see what I'm saying? It also boosts others to want to improve. How do you get better? If you don't put in the work, if you don't work hard, how do you get better? You see what I'm saying? So stay motivated, guys. Stay hydrated. Also, it's cold outside, right? We're still in winter, obviously, but dress warm, right? Take care of yourself. Society has changed. We all know. So, I hope this video encourages everybody that listens to this or watches this to become a better person. You have something to offer. You can't say, oh, well, my life is so important. I cannot, you know, I don't have enough time to help others. Everybody has time to help others. Social media, right, is not a waste of time. You just have to learn to work with it properly to the best, right? And it will help you because there's people on social media that makes way more money than, the average person. And there's also people on social media that makes less money or they don't make money. But what they're doing is changing people's lives, helping others, right? God will bless those who helps the poor, who helps others. That also has everything to do with your skills. Your skills that you have God-given talent, use that to be creative, you know? Because when you grow up, that's when you start to realize how important your imagination is, how your creativity is. You have to tap into your imagination in order for you to be exceptional. That's what you must do. So, doing that helps you. Stay motivated, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You know, once again, have a nice day. Bye now.